Yo, 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 yeah. Turn up, y'all, turn up, y'all. What it is. It's Burn After Rolling. My name is BT. Today we here with our resident wrestling expert, Steve Stacks.
Thank you.
And today we got
Stacks.
a special guest, my dog. He came all the way from the Isle of Stack. He crossed that bridge. He took that motherfucking drive. Hey, everyone, let's give it up for my dog, Vinny Pacifico. My boy, what's the vibes, man?
Appreciate you.
How's everything going, man? How
Very good. Busy. Grateful for everything, of course. You know, starting out wrestling, being a kid, just it humbles you because you start from the bottom. Anything you do in life, starting from the bottom, you're humbled, right? Yeah. And having to work for every little inch that you get just makes you a better person all around. So I'm grateful for everything, every opportunity, every small step further. I'm grateful for it,
So let's give people. I don't even know if you remember, but I'll give people a little background on how me and you even linked up. I think I got a like or a follow from you on the gram, and I reached out. So there's a nigga in my high school with the same last name as you, but I didn't know his first name. I just knew the name Pacifico. You feel me? So I'm like,
that's crazy.
So I seen your page, and I don't really know what homie looked like and nothing like that. So I seen your page, and I'm just like, oh shit, is that Brody from high school? Like, what the fuck? Yo, my son is lit right now. Yeah. So I reached out to this nigga. I reached out to this dude, and I'm like, yo, bro, I can't believe you lit, like, good shit, bro. I'm like, you went to Longwood, right? He's like, no. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, it's all good. I remember that. I was like, oh my gosh. No, the last name Pacifico is very uncommon. So you saying that, I was like, whoa.
Hey, you might have some cousins on the island, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not far. You know.
Actually, I do. My uncle lives here.
Hey, listen. I mean, it's not too far from this town, so he probably, maybe. But you definitely gave a little nice intro in the beginning. But I want to, start off. I want to ask you, obviously you came from the Isle of Staten Island. Let's start off in the beginning, man. What was it like growing up out there?
Classic Italian family, dinner on Sundays, grandma yelling at you.
7 fishes?
Yes. But just I had a beautiful family, mom, dad, the sister, growing up, and very blessed for my family. They're beautiful people. I love them very much. And as time goes on, you're growing, you're doing your own thing. So it's been a lot lately has just been missing the old days of being able to call them and just see them whenever I wanted to, but I've just been so busy that I just haven't gotten to call. I haven't seen my sister in like a month and a half. She lives up the block from me. And I just haven't had a chance to go see her. My nieces, my nephews, we're very close. We were very close growing up, and we're still very close as well. But having a sister who, kind of raised me in a way. My mom was there, but she was the older sister, and she was like always there, doing everything. And her fiance Matt was there also since day one.
Shout out Matt,
my best man, my wedding.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's it.
Hold on. Best man.
Love him to death, and so close family.
That's dope.
Yeah, and growing up, played football as a quarterback.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
What high school you played for?
Tottenville.
Oh, what year you graduated?
17 or 18.
Oh, you a young boy. Okay.
Yeah.
My man's played for Tottenville. He probably graduated in maybe like 8 to 10 years before you, but he was like a stud at Tottenville. I don't know, Peter Enriquez.
I heard that name.
Yeah, he was like a stud. Yo, shout out Petey, bro. But yeah, he was a stud at Tottenville. I know about Tottenville, bro. Y'all got some dogs coming out of there.
Mm-hmm. They were, tough school.
Was y'all rivals? Was Port Richmond? Wasn't it Port?
Curtis.
Yeah. Curtis. Okay.
Yeah. Port Richmond also, but Curtis was the team that we were always like,
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, you know what, Dad, I want to wrestle. I love wrestling. I love football. I was a great quarterback, but I want to just wrestle. I don't want to live my life with any regrets. I'm gonna wrestle.
Did you play? Did you try to play in college, or you just?
I started wrestling at 14 years old.
No, I'm talking about. You wrestled like in high school too.
I started. I was in freshman year of high school. I'm like, I was playing football. I'm like, Dad, I quit this shit. I want to wrestle.
That's so opposite, because like most quarterbacks, they're like, oh, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to have no injuries, and you went straight to the rough shit, man.
Yep.
Like,
I was a running quarterback.
Yeah.
I ran a lot, you know.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Nice, nice.
So how did you do with your shoot wrestling career?
I didn't do a lot of it. I did a little bit. I started wrestling school training, right?
Oh, you talking about pro? Oh, you jumped right into
14.
Oh,
occasionally, and we did train shoot in school, but I jumped right into it at 14. 15,
wow.
Yeah, and
that's crazy.
I was a running quarterback. I was very fast, and I'm not as fast as I used to be. I wish I was.
Right.
I used to be like, damn, I'm fast. And then as I'm wrestling and I'm traveling, I'm getting more muscle, and I'm like, damn, I'm slow now.
You know how it be though, bro. You know, once we all little, we all kind of on the same playing field, and then motherfuckers grow 6'7" and start running 4.3 40s and shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It gets a little wicked out there, bro. Hey, I'll tell you this from my personal experience when I played football, bro. I was like under that delusion that I was nasty, just as good as like these D1 dudes. Until I got to see these D1 dudes play like on the field, and I'm like, oh nah, hold on. There's levels to this shit. I'm not as fast and maybe not as strong as these motherfuckers. Hold on.
It's definitely a wake up call when you go to
let me rap instead. Let me get into rapping instead.
Yeah. I remember thinking like, I could run past this whole freaking line. I got the ball. I got sacked. Like, oh, that's not happening. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Time to hit the ring.
Yeah, right. No, I love football. I love watching it. You know, whoever plays it, I have tons of respect for them. But I just had when you know. And I said I want to wrestle. So I started wrestling. Started at 14, 15. Started traveling at 16 or 17 years old. Very blessed to have started that early because now I have experience. I went to Europe. I was like 17 for like 13 days and just did a tour in England. Yeah.
Wow. So, how was an English wrestling fan?
Best.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. To them, wrestling is like, first of all, if you're from America and you go over there, they love you even more because it's just like, wow, American wrestlers here, you know. But they tons of respect for the game. They love it. Such a beautiful. The British style of professional wrestling is what I love. I love that.
You like that William Regal?
William Regal.
Are you a fan of Gunther? Because he has that European style.
He's amazing.
I think he's good in the ring. I just never could take outside of William Regal because I like this character. I just can't take to the British because I feel like they're all serious.
He's German.
He's German.
Fun-loving.
He is German though.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But I will say I love William Regal. He is. I met him many times. One of the kindest people. I've learned so much from him. Mm-hmm. He is a freaking legend. And in the ring, he's untouchable. He is so good. And you know, he had a great career as a great character, but he could freaking go.
How old were you when you started like meeting like, you know, those names? Like you said William Regal, like
18, 19 years old.
How was it? I know you was fanned out.
Oh, I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Was you a young Mark growing up?
It took me a little. I was like 17 or 18 when I really started to like get like, okay, this is a job. This is a job now. This is not, you know. I mean, again, every now and then you could enjoy what you're doing, be happy. You know, we all love this. We're all fans, right? We all love what we're doing. But it's like, being around the knowledge of someone like William Regal was just like, I got to sit at a table for 2 hours and just listen to him talk about wrestling, and that is something that money can't buy.
That ass though.
You know, it's such a special thing, and I always encourage people younger than me, like people who are just starting, to just keep your ears open and learn as much as you can.
Shut the hell up and listen. Yeah. Because you're going to listen a lot more. You're going to learn a lot more from keeping that mouth closed than, you know, keeping your ears open. But, I wanted to ask you about, you know, the whole fan out thing. Was there ever a situation where, like, motherfucker had to tell you to calm down? No. I've
been always pretty chill. I met a lot of wrestlers as a fan growing up, so I was kind of when I was like kind of getting, you know. But then as I started wrestling, I met more and more and more, and I kind of kept my cool. Brian Danielson is the reason why I have this passion as much for wrestling.
Wow.
I was at an event. It was him versus Randy Orton for the WWE title. He wrestled it was a live event, and after the match, gave me a high five. Like giving fans high fives, and I'll never forget that. I was like, I want to do this, and that was it. So, the connection that you could give a fan from just wrestling and being able to just create that emotional connection with the audience is just what wrestling's about.
Yeah,
you know, I could do all these crazy cool moves, but if I can't connect with the crowd, where's that money? So I mean, that's why, you know, creating a character that's for everybody to like. You know, once I created the PowerPunch character and the brand PowerPunch, the drinks and all that stuff, it really clicked for me, everything. That's when like I started getting brand deals and all these big medias. Like I was on the Kurt Angle podcast, Road Dogg podcast, Gangrel podcast, Busted Open Radio. Like once I feel like once I had a character that was really marketable, I started getting brand deals, started getting this exposure. That's when everything just started piling on.
So I wanted to, you move fast.
Sorry,
move fast. Nah, you good. So talking about your character a little bit. Yeah. I wanted to bring it back to the beginning and really talk about, you and your neighborhood, and because this is, kind of where your character develops.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to see, I wanted to know how it was, like how you kind of brought like who you were in the neighborhood or anything like that, or that rep you might have had into your character now.
Growing up, I was just like, I loved comic books, loved like superheroes. I got bullied a lot in school. I was one of those kids. I had my group of friends, and that was it. I got bullied for being a wrestling fan. I used to wear wrestling shirts to school and John Cena wristbands, and I got laughed at. And those same people are messaging me and like, see what I'm doing, like, we'll see you on, we're freaking, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and I always make sure to forgive everybody who made fun of me.
Better than me.
Everybody who's, listen,
You better than me.
No, I get it.
Yeah, all right, nigga,
eat a dick, bitch. It's not fun. It's not a fun thing, and I get it. I understand on all fronts, but it just comes down to wanting to just be an example for people.
I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Like they used to like laugh at me. I had a April Fool's prank on me that someone did to me, and the whole school was like laughing at me. It was the worst.
Can you detail it a little bit? What was the April Fool's prank? Don't mind me asking.
Okay, this girl I had a really big crush on apparently started liking me, right? And they're like, oh, she's gonna ask you to be your boyfriend. I'm like, really? No way. I was like 6th, 7th grade, but no, it's something I'll never forget. And they were like, yeah, she's gonna ask you out, and I'm like, okay, well, that's awesome. I mean, I've liked her for a long time. She's a beautiful woman. And she asked me out on April Fool's Day.
That's crazy.
And that was the day that I knew was happening. And I'm like, this is weird. Why is this happening? Oh, it's just the day she wants to do it. And I didn't think anything of it. Silly me. I'm an idiot.
Really?
I'm an idiot.
Oh,
but man, it's okay though.
I know. I was like 12.
No red flags. Like, wait a minute. April Fools, you know what I'm saying? Nothing.
You just, cause you really not like, I'm not
7th grade too, very vulnerable.
Yeah, you're not even thinking about the date. In that point of your life, you really just kind of going day to day and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You're not even.
I'll be on point.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
First,
it wasn't fun. Said yes. Everyone, she said April Fools. Everyone just laughed at me, videoed me, put the phone in my face.
Oh.
It was devastating.
And that's crazy because like your era and my era is.
It's not the worst thing that can happen though.
I know, I know, but it was devastating.
But that shit is definitely some shit. I mean, not for nothing. Like that's
it can carry for a couple of years or so.
Not even
a couple months or so.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. That's some shit that I could see that motivate you for now. You know what I'm saying?
I got my wife, who I'm with now, she's my motivation.
Nice.
I am doing everything for her. She believed in me when I had nothing. When all there was to me was potential. So when I'm winning, I'm gonna make sure she fucking wins too.
Hey, nice. Hey, I fuck with that. Nice. I fuck with that. How long y'all been together for?
5 years.
Awesome.
Before the wedding, or like how long was y'all dating for?
Oh,
whatever?
I met her in 2019.
Okay.
And I met her in 2019. Got married 2023.
Okay.
And yeah, it was when I met her, I was just working at Ring of Honor, and I wasn't signed, but I was working with them a lot. And but still, she didn't know wrestling. She's not a fan, so she just believed in me, And she wouldn't like. You meet somebody, you want to make sure they're gonna take care of you eventually. You want to make sure they're gonna be, whatever. But and she just believed in me, and she believed in what I was doing, and she trusted the vision and trusted my dreams, and she supported me more than I could ever imagine. Like, I'm so grateful for that. And that's why I'm so dedicated to crushing it in everything that I do and making sure that she gets to reap the benefits also. Like, I got to go to Europe. I brought her with me. They flew me into Europe. I got her a ticket. Why not? Nice. And we did a whole nice European tour together. We did Finland, England, and France.
That's hard.
Wrestling, killing it, and then going out and just enjoying the city.
Yeah.
Finland, England, France, and then 2 months later, Netherlands, Romania, Hungary, and Germany.
That sounds like a nice little Instagram reel for shorty. You know what I mean? Stun on them hoes. I respect it. Hey, listen, wifey,
BT.
do your thing.
You heard what he said? You heard where he said he was at?
What, Finland?
Ring of Honor.
Oh, Ring of Honor. Yeah. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yep, definitely.
So how was that experience?
Incredible. I trained with them when I was like 17 or 16 or 18, 16. And Delirious, Cheeseburger, Rhett Titus, Jonathan Gresham. Amazing school. They're still Worldwide Dojo is running now. That's the school now they're really working with. Delirious is one of the best minds in wrestling. He is so underrated, and he's taught me so much. Cheeseburger as well. Cheeseburger and Rhett Titus were groomsmen at my wedding. So
That's hard.
yeah,
Nice.
so the getting to wrestle on TV for them was crazy. The first time ever doing it in the Baltimore Stadium, I was like, oh, this is awesome. UMBC Arena, I believe it's called. They were like, Vinny, you got a match. Like, what? I was like 18. I had no idea. And then it snowballed to more and more and more. But at the time, I didn't really have a character. I didn't have something that fans, I was just the kid Vinny Pacifico, just fucking wrestling. Just like an underdog baby face who fans could love, but I didn't have a hook. I didn't have the brand that I am now.
Right.
So fast forward, I wrestled for Evolve, I did New Japan, I did all these things. I found this character. My buddy JC and EC3 called me. They're like, Vinny, you are PowerPunch. I'm like, what does that mean? You are the most energetic MFer I've met in my life.
You definitely are.
You pound energy drinks. You are basically Kurt Angle times 10 on energy drinks. And I was like, oh, all right. So I tried the character on some shows with them, and they were sitting back watching, making sure how the translated from like words to action, and the fans were going wild. Drank the energy drink, hulked up, the place went bananas. Yeah.
So you're telling me basically if I'm at front row one of your shows and I got a PowerPunch drink in my hand.
You bet your ass I'm drinking that shit with you.
Okay, my man. I'm gonna hold you to that too.
So let me tell you. So like Ring of Honor got me my TV experience. Now I know how to work TV. Now I know how to really just connect with the crowd behind the cameras.
Yeah.
And with the stadiums, there's freaking stands of fans there. So I'm able to learn best of both worlds, right? Yeah. Then eventually started working with the character. Like they brought me. They said this character is marketable. I want you to start trying it and see how it works. And it worked so well. I did a match in Oregon. I wrestled Chris Brady. We wrestled in Portland for DOA wrestling. I did a spot where I'm fighting. We both fell down. I crawl to the corner, drink an energy drink, hulk up, and do all this really cool stuff. And 3 days later, I got an email from Bang Energy to sign me. Wow.
I got a question for you though, brother.
Yo.
Who's a badder man?
Let's hear it.
Vinny off the Bang Energy drink,
Okay.
or cocaine off the 8-ball?
Wow.
I was about to ask him about the children of Cain.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So,
and then he brought it up.
Who's
It's so
a
funny.
badder man? Who's a badder man?
Energy drinks.
Ooh, okay.
Me any day. But then, have you seen me an energy drink in the ring?
I think I see you right now, and I feel like you had at least 3 of them.
I had one before I came here. No, but yeah. So that was the first big, like once Bang hit, announced that shit.
That's hard.
So the clip of me with the drink went viral. So Bang's seen it somehow. They hit me up. That was that.
Was that like a life changing moment right there?
I would say it was a big step into bigger things. Huge step. Grateful for it. It was awesome. Got a lot of eyes on me. Got a lot of eyes on me. Like, wow, holy shit, this is like crazy. And then they had a lawsuit go on with whatever they had going on. So they let go of their athletes. A week later, G Fuel signed me.
Wow.
Yeah. So so everything, you don't know who's watching. That's the thing.
exactly.
You never know who's watching. You never know.
Somebody's always watching.
Exactly. And I'm learning that so much now that I want to just use my influence and I want to use my success or use my influence to just make the world better or change lives,
Nice.
motivate people, But yeah, so that was how that all steamrolled from me. And then, yeah, the getting these brand deals is like, because then they're sharing your stuff and they have millions of followers. Now you're getting seen everywhere,
Yeah. So I know, like with me and we talk. You know what I mean? We'll talk like things things he'll do in ring, character shit. You know what I'm saying? Who's someone outside of the ring that like influences you and your character or whatever?
Toby McGuire, Peter Parker.
Spider-Man?
I got Peter Parker vibes from you.
You do?
When you said you got picked on in high school, I instantly thought Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom bought me a Spider-Man blanket recently
Nothing wrong with
that
that
face
either.
on it. So
I fucks with Peter
I
Parker.
appreciate
So do I.
it.
Yeah.
I love Toby. Shout out Toby.
Who's your best Spider? Who's the best
Toby.
Spider? Tobey Maguire.
No one touches him.
So
Yeah.
if you and
Nice.
Toby got into that dance battle when remember he became Black Spider-Man, that bitch hit the little
Oh yeah.
You bet you beating him in that battle?
Probably not.
Nah, oh man.
He got that symbiote in him.
Peter Parker was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's actually a good
That's right.
correlation. That's why you the expert. You know what I'm saying? That's why you the expert.
Macho Man, baby.
Macho Man. That's my boy. That's one of my favorite wrestlers, Macho Man.
Amazing.
So, not trying to shit on you or nothing, but you smaller guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up where people, like when you tell motherfuckers you have to be a wrestler or whatever, or you train to be a wrestler, did people look at you? Because in that time, the cruiserweight division, I mean, you're a little younger than me, but like, the cruiserweight division, the 205 lives, like, wasn't as prominent as there is. Like now you get a 205 live every week.
Yep.
Now you're guaranteed to see smaller guys under 200 pounds, under 250 pounds in the ring on the regular. Our biggest stars are small guys.
Look at Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Those guys are all
So-
massive stars.
So like, growing up when you was telling people like you gonna be a wrestler, people say like, oh, you gonna be too small for this or whatever.
Not so. It was more football. Hearing that as a quarterback,
Yeah.
but it I never had the issue of height being a problem as a quarterback.
Wow, even as a quarterback, you heard that? Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, because quarterbacks usually got to be tall to see over the line of
See,
scrimmage.
Right,
But
right.
it didn't. But for me, I don't know.
You got an arm. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
never had a
got a
problem.
line to protect you. You know
Exactly. I never had a problem with height as a quarterback. I
Right.
ran a lot, but I also I would, if I couldn't see, I'd roll out.
Right,
So it was
right.
like, and I always had a good line. So that's kind of where things went with that. But never wrestling really. Because Rey Mysterio again was huge.
Yeah.
Still is.
That's why I said like your era's a little different than mine. So I'm
Back in the day, of course. If that was the 80s, you're right. But now it's like the shorter guys are freaking taking over.
Yeah, bro.
And you appear bigger on TV as well.
Oh yeah.
That's another
100%.
thing.
I listen, I will say though, like the smaller guys do the dope shit. Like not for nothing. Like I mean, and you definitely, I met Ricochet before. You definitely bigger than Ricochet. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker in ring is fucking ill. You know what I'm saying? He does things
incredible.
that, like,
He's incredible.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So like, but like, who was like, maybe someone that maybe because like, obviously, you always gonna take some moves off of some people that within your stature, within your whatever. Who's a guy like a power guy or like someone like or like a brute guy that like you may take something out of his playbook?
Kurt Angle. 100%.
Nice.
100%.
Nice.
He was the first ever also legend to like have me on his podcast, and that also did a lot for me.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's some shit that make me cry, bro. What? That's Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Nigga. What? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it was such a surreal thing that he took the time to interview me, and I was like the only ever guy that wasn't a TV guy to get a what I mean. I wasn't signed at the time, and he just had me on his podcast. It was amazing, and it did wonders for me. People are still watching it,
Wow.
But I used a lot of his moves, and also but I use my own variation. I do something different. I do the angle slam, but I also do my own twist of it. You know what I mean? I do the ankle lock, but I'll do it differently. I'll do like a roll up into an ankle lock. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I always try to give heads up to Kurt Angle because he's amazing.
Nice.
Brian Danielson, I use some of his stuff too. He's awesome.
Very nice.
Running drop
technical
kick,
record.
yeah.
Wrestling definitely.
You did. I know. Obviously, you really indie master at this point. What's the most extreme you've gotten in the ring?
That's what I want to know. Some of the most brutal matches.
I went through thumbtacks, tables.
Thumbtacks is crazy.
I had an energy drink and I hit someone in the head with it, and I used it as a weapon on someone. Yes,
It's like it could be like razor sharp.
Crossface.
Gosh.
I did that. That was fun. I did it like 2 weeks ago, I think. Chair shots, ladder matches. A lot. I've been pretty extreme.
You do
I
that?
don't often do it, but when it's there,
When it's that time,
Yeah, when
it's
it's that
that
time,
time.
I go in.
Nice.
Would you ever take a head chair shot? Because I know those are like kind of
Yes.
outlawed now. Yeah.
I have.
How do you feel about that? The taking away the hair shot. The
I
head
think
shot?
it has a place because you want longevity in wrestling. You want people to be safe. You want people to be able to do it 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? I want to do this till I'm 60. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's You want longevity, and I want to be able to also. I'm also starting to get into movies and TV shows. I want to be able to be okay to do that also.
Be productive.
You want to do
Definitely.
everything, and you don't want to you don't want to hurt yourself, so you can't do other things as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, so I want to make you want to. I think it has a place, and I think it's smart to take care of the talent. Just be safe. You want to do this.
I mean, at this point now, especially because they really did phase that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It like when you saw Cody Rhodes in The Rock, one, you saw him drop red, and two, you seen him getting hit in the head with shit. But that pop that it gave,
yeah.
Like,
it has a place.
To use as a pop.
It has a place.
Yeah,
the match is so big. It's The Rock, of course.
Yeah.
Everything in my opinion, situational.
Yeah.
Right? Everything situational. I think everything has its own time and place for everything. So that's my opinion on that.
When you were starting out, because I know in the indies, it's kind of it gets kind of crazy. It can get crazy, rowdy, cussing, certain things. Did you ever have to tone it down? Like, now that you work with AEW, you work with NXT, you working with these big brand, Ring of Honor, all these, New Japan, you know what I'm saying? Well, New Japan gets crazy. I know
they're the best. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to go into that. That was the best experience of my life.
New Japan gets crazy, but like those other promotions are a little more PG or a little more TV orientated. Did you ever feel that you had to tone it down, or your character was always pretty much like good for the TV?
Good for the TV. I made sure. I mean, working with Ring of Honor, they kind of made sure I was good for TV. They made sure I always was. They made sure I was always like I was best prep for TV at all times. You know what I mean? That's where you want to be. That's what you want. You want to be ready. You want to be on the money for TV because TV is everything. And you don't know when it's gonna happen. I just got into a movie. I was wrestling in Hungary. I got a phone call from an executive producer. He's like, "Yo, I want to put you in this movie next month. In 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to get here." So I wrestled, did my thing in Europe, flew back, had 3 days to prepare, flew out to Miami, did the movie. So things just happen. You have to be ready for TV. You have to be ready for movies. You have to be ready at all times for everything. As a wrestler or an athlete, anything you're doing, you have to always be ready.
So for sure, that's a fact. What kind of roles do you be getting casted for?
So this one was called Frequency of Miracles. This is a documentary type movie. It's like The Secret. Have you heard The Secret?
No.
The Secret was a very, very big movie back in the day, 2006. It was like a big thing. It's pretty much they interview people and they talk about their it's a influential talking documentary movie where they ask you questions, you answer the questions, and you just give really good insight and you give inspiration and just one of those movies. And The Secret did so well. Right, it made I think over $200 million. It was also a book too.
Yeah.
So The Frequency of Miracles is like a movie that's using some of the cast from The Secret, but also inspired by The Secret, right? And I was one of the people cast to tell my story and talk about my experience, talk about my mental health, talk about how I got to where I am, talk about the law of attraction and what beliefs I've instilled in me to get to where I am now. And people in this movie are insane. We got Dr. Bruce Lipton, who's one of the biggest doctors in the world. We got Dr. Joe Vitale, another huge doctor. Khalila Ali, Muhammad Ali's wife.
Wow.
You have so many huge names in this movie that it's like being a part of that is such a beautiful experience.
An honor. Yeah.
It's an honor. It's a huge honor. Everybody else is like they're older, they've been there, done that, they're legends. And then they have someone new like me coming in there and telling my story. It's a beautiful way to shine a light on pro wrestling and myself, and also get to tell my story to a whole new audience. It's gonna be on Amazon Prime, it's gonna be on Gaia.
That's hard.
Yeah, and that's my first. Bro. And it's also going to span out into Art of Manifesting, another movie. It's a trilogy. It's gonna be another movie like that. So there's 2 movies that are in the works of that. I also have filmed. I can't go into this too much because it's in the works. It's almost like we're working on tightening everything, finishing everything up. I did a wrestling TV series, horror thriller.
Word?
I'm playing myself. I'm playing Vinny PowerPunch.
Okay.
But it's a lot of inspiration from other things. Keep that in mind. But that's another role that I'm playing. It's more of a other horror type aspect.
Right.
There is talks for more movies. There's talks for I have meetings with some producers, directors this week actually. Yeah, it's just the world is open, so much possibility, and I as a wrestler, I want to be able to do it all. I want to be able to wrestle, movies, commercials, TV shows, you know, and it's like everything's coming together so perfectly too.
Nice.
That's why I'm glad I'm here today talking to you guys, because it's like everything's been on such a good, beautiful snowball.
Right.
I'm very blessed to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm very happy to be where I am now.
Did you ever feel that you had to chase it? Sorry about that.
Okay.
You ever feel you had to chase a plan B?
No.
Or anything like that? You always just...
I never get, I mean, I worked as a bus driver for special needs children for a little while, you know. I like giving back and doing things that matter, that will, you know. But what else did I do? I did a few years of the construction, you know, but never had my eye off the prize. I always just, you know, I only see the vision, you know. I don't let anything get in the way of that.
Nice. Nice.
That's dope. And it seems like, I mean, the way you know, talk about your family and everything, and even the fact that they, you know, you told them, hey, I want to get into wrestling. Seems like you had a real, you know, supportive family that, you know, believed in you. And, you know, I had a conversation just not too long ago with a brother. He was, you know, he introduced me to his 19-year-old son. You know, he was just got into, you know, wrestling and everything. And, you know, he was so supportive and just so happy and like, you know, really talking about it, like, you know, how he wants to help him take it to the next level. And parents, you know, just a message to parents, you know, you don't understand how big that just, you know, it's not about what you want for them or what you see for yourself. It's really, you know, it's about growing that seed. It's about, you know what I mean, letting the seed sprout and really, you know, how are we going to do this? And
the thing is, though, I think a lot of parents have a vision for their child, right? And if I listened, my mom, I love my mom to death. She's so supportive.
No wrestling.
But if I listen to her, I would not be doing what I'm doing now.
Right, of course.
But
right.
again, God put a vision into me. God put something in my heart, and I chased it. And I'm not letting myself enjoy it enough, right? Like I'm not sitting back and be like, "Wow, this is so cool." I'm just nonstop, you know. You know, like I was
not getting comfortable.
I'm not letting myself get content yet,
right?
Because I'm not where I want to be. I'm not even close. You know, I there's so like the possibilities now that are happening. I'm farther than I ever thought I would be, right? Like I never thought I'd be in a movie this early on, you know, this young. But you know, now it's like, all right, if I could do this, I could do this, you know, and that sort of thing. So now I'm not letting myself get content. And I'm not stopping, you know, sort of thing.
You ever get like caught in character? Because you know you got to kind of get yourself in that little headspace, that little, you know, whatever. Before you get it, you know, before you start working, or even, you know, let's just say before a match, you might start acting like Vinny PowerPunch, or after the match, you still acting like Vinny PowerPunch, or even in certain situations when you got to bring out that little craziness in you. You know what I mean? You ever get kind of stuck in character or catch yourself being in character?
This is Vinny PowerPunch. This is the character. I'm a character as it is. Am I not? You know what I mean? Right? It's like, not really. I like this. I'm energetic as it is. You know what I mean? So it's not really hard for me to tune into who I am as a wrestler. You know, it's not hard because
it's just something you really brought out that was already inside you.
Yes, exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Do you feel that kayfabe is like dunzo at this point?
We try to keep it alive, right? But fans know the deal, but I think I try to always make a fan react and believe. You know what I mean? Always, you know. But I mean, it is what it is, right? But I don't let that stop me from doing my best to make the shit look the best I can. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. What's the most opposite, like, well, not opposite, but what's the craziest lane you brought your character in? Like, you never, like, tried nothing, like, you know, just out the blue, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, you obviously, you know, took time to work out your kinks. Even like a heel turn.
No, I did some funny stuff. I was a Jedi once.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. I had a lightsaber, I had the Obi-Wan thing on. I did that once.
Bro.
The Force, I mean.
I got a fire idea for you.
Let's hear it.
PowerPunch for Jedi shit.
Let's hear it.
Make the hilt of the blade an energy drink can. I want 10% of that because you know, I need 10% of that, bro. That's my discount rate too.
Genius. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that.
Shit pop
Don't know
out,
how, but I'm gonna use it.
You can literally, bro. Honestly, you could really hollow out 2 cans, like cut the bottoms out, and just really on some gangster shit.
I can make it to a T-shirt.
Tape it or
something. You know, that idea is there. And I think it's genius. I think it's maybe even a design for a T-shirt or a hat. You know what I mean? And like, this is my new shirt. right? This is like, but this is a non-wrestling brand I created.
No storms, no stories.
No storm, no story. It's
Nice.
gonna be a bunch of different quotes, like quotes to motivate people.
Right.
But now that is gonna be a wrestling shirt. That's
Hey,
different.
man.
That's different.
What you like Star Wars? Who's your favorite character? Like of the whole universe.
That's hard. I love Darth Vader. I love Anakin. I love Obi-Wan. So it's hard to pick one. But if I had to pick one, Obi-Wan.
My take on Anakin is he crashed out over the hose. So I'm really like if you really
his wife.
His wife.
Listen, if you boil it all down, he crashed out over some hoes, bro.
It could have been avoided.
And you could have really, and
can't agree with
you wasn't
that.
trying to hear nothing. You wasn't trying to be reasonable. You was just really crashing out. You really just crashed out. You killed a bunch of kids. Like
You killed your wife. He killed her.
Killed his wife. You tweaked out. Like you really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Anakin always. I always like when people.
You were the one that was supposed to be
But
balanced.
do you ever think what it would be if she turned with him?
You think that she would? This
No,
is the thing, though.
she's
If
too
she
strong-hearted.
did, she is. But if she did, the story could have been so cool.
Ooh.
There should have been like a spinoff of like her going
what
with
if?
him and stuff like that. Yeah,
Like a
what
Marvel
if?
what if?
Yeah.
I mean,
But then
Disney.
the kids
First
would
and
have been
foremost,
evil.
let's put it in perspective. Disney milks the fuck out of everything.
Yep.
So there we are not, and in Disney, I want my 10%. You know what I mean? Well, give him his
Yeah,
5.
give me my 5, give him 5.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Divvy that motherfucker up for us because, but you know they're gonna find a way to milk a what if for some bullshit spin. They're gonna find a way to somehow get Obi-Wan and Spider-Man and shit. You know they own
What
it
if
all.
Darth Vader turned to the light side?
Exactly,
That'd be
right?
hard.
I mean, he kind of did, but
Yo, I want no. My what if, my big what if in Star Wars is if what if Mace Windu
It's still
killed-
alive.
Not
I
even that,
think he is,
killed-
though.
That's my what if.
What if he killed Palpatine? What would have happened? That would have been lit.
Mine
That
is
was
when
it.
he went out the
Lit.
window. What if he's still alive in Coruscant somewhere in the underbelly?
I know. I actually did think
Because
that.
he's a Jedi.
He could just.
You gonna die from falling out the
He
window?
could just land on
No.
a car or something that's flying around.
You know what
right?
I'm saying?
But if he killed Sidious, the whole episode 3's done. You don't need 4, 5, and 6. It's over. You know what I'm saying? But how do you kill Sidious? Because he lived getting thrown down a pipe of Death Star.
Plasma, whatever. That
Yeah.
shit is.
He's
So if he
lived.
can survive that, Mace Windu can survive that fall.
Hey.
Yo,
Exactly.
and technically, Mace Windu was stronger than Palpatine. He whooped his ass. He whooped his
He's
monkey
Jedi
ass.
Master.
He whooped his monkey ass. He
Yeah.
had him fucking looking crazy. Hey, you know that people used to say that Mace Windu's style was the most dark side. I mean, it's crazy because he's a black man too, but you know they said he was the most dark side. Like he used the dark side of the Force.
Really?
He's in the middle.
In his like saber wielding, in his
Because there's
like,
no dark, there's no light, there's only the Force.
I feel like he was like the most dedicated Jedi. No,
But
he was so strict.
they said that his style.
He's
and this is
balanced.
me being on some real Mark shit with wrestling. I mean, with fucking Star Wars. But they
I
like.
didn't know you was a Star Wars
I
junkie.
love Star Wars. Yeah,
I love
yeah. I'm a resident Star Wars expert too.
Let's do
But they said that his style of saber wielding was more of a dark side thing.
Who
Like
trained them?
because he was aggressive. Remember how even the way he was fighting fucking Palpatine, even the way he fought, like think about it.
He's very aggressive.
He didn't
Very aggressive, actually.
hesitate to take Jango Fett's head off.
very Darth
Bam!
Vader-ish.
Got him going. You feel me? He wasn't playing.
Like power, like power
You're right.
swings.
I didn't think about that. Now I'm seeing that. I'm like, holy shit, this is wild.
Remember what Qui-Gon had said to him? No, was it Qui-Gon? I remember someone had said like he rivaled Yoda. The only thing that held him back was that little bit of the dark side that he used, you know what I'm saying, in his shit. But, you know what I mean? Listen, I ain't going to go too much on this.
I think
I
that's
love
what
it.
made him super strong because he had balance in both sides.
I love it. Listen. Do you guys play the video games?
Which one?
Star Wars.
I just bought Jedi Power Battles again.
Jedi Power
No. Star Wars Episode 3, the game. Original.
I was through the
I
game.
never played that one. I was a bounty hunter cat. I was on
How
Bounty
about Battlefront?
Of course.
The original
of course. 1 and
Battlefront?
2.
The original?
So good.
Yeah.
Are we talking
all day?
Are we talking our Battlefront
Yes.
from our childhood?
PS2?
Yes,
PS2.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
the feeling you'd get when you get to be a Jedi is bananas,
Fire.
right? You're like,
Fire.
yo, I'm getting to be Anakin or
Favorite class, Battlefront 2.
Yo, remember the Star Wars?
What's your favorite class? Battlefront 2. My class was engineer.
I'm a heavy.
My class was engineer class.
I was heavy too.
Yeah, I'm heavy, bro.
I got busy with the shotgun.
I can't, bro.
Yep.
I'm not good at nothing. I'm
I
not good at
fixed the
shooting
vehicles.
games, bro. I'm just
Get back in there.
I'm just letting that bitch go.
Nice. I
Um,
like to come behind him. Yeah.
pause. That was crazy. I'm not going.
Great game.
That's all.
Wow.
Good,
Take that. Bad boy.
that was crazy.
Great game.
That was crazy.
Yo, but you got it. If you haven't, I mean, I don't know if it's still out. Episode 3, the game. It's the game of the movie. Probably
You know, it's one of my favorites.
the best.
Let's see. What is it? Jedi Knight Academy 2.
Great game.
Stupid.
Great
Stupid,
game.
Stupid.
But wait, great game. But if you have a moment, watch the gameplay of episode 3 of the game. Just watch the gameplay. Because the game, listen, that game was legendary.
Gotta try.
What about Bounty Hunter? Bounty Hunter was fire.
I didn't play that one.
Bounty Hunter was fun.
I know. I
It
messed
was
up on
fun.
that.
Bounty Hunter, you was able to walk around
The
with the little.
jetpacks.
Okay,
It's
you
fire.
ready? The jetpack. You had the little Django Fett thing
Yeah,
that
he
was
was
flipped
Boba.
down.
Django
You
was
was,
one of them.
this nigga right here.
Yeah.
He up to something. Hold on, let's get him real quick. Get your little chick, get your little credits up real quick. Bag a little, criminal up. You know what I'm saying?
Kodar 2.
But the
Nice
first
little
game I ever
Republic.
played, I want to bring this up. The first game I ever played in my life,
In your life, okay,
on PS2,
okay.
Spider-Man 1.
Green
Spider-Man
Goblin
was fire.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
That was
So
fire. That was
you
fire.
ever unlock Green Goblin? Secret character. Unlock Green Goblin and the glider.
No, that's nuts. I gotta
see,
that.
Play it again.
I gotta play that one again.
I got the black Spider-Man suit and I was good. I was happy off that. I'm not gonna hold
That
you.
suit is so fire.
OD.
I'm mad that they didn't do more with it. I mean, they did a good job with it, but I think, hear me out. Episode 3,
Mm-hmm.
they should have had it end on a cliff, and then have episode 4, and then kill Venom with episode 4. Have the suit be a little more, be used a little more. I don't know. I feel like that character, the black suit was so sick.
Yeah.
And it was only like used for like 1/3 of the movie.
I mean, this is before really, this is before Disney and them got their hands on it. So, you know what I mean? It was Fox. They wasn't even really following the story that much at that point, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wanted to go back to wrestling. I actually got a real good question about wrestling
Let's hear it.
and gear and shit.
Love it.
Why you choose to wear drawers and not like a pants or like a singlet or something?
Good question.
I always wondered that, bro.
Classic Hogan, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, the classic look. You know what I mean?
Nostalgia.
Ultimate Warrior, the classic look.
Was you worried the first time that your jewels wasn't gonna be like filling the joint
Never
out enough?
was worried about that. Never had that issue.
When I was wrestling, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, see, my first year wrestling in like junior high school, like 12 years old, that was definitely a worry.
I was like,
in my head, I was like,
gotta
I don't
make
know
sure.
if my shit
Big
right.
thighs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nigga might have fucked around,
Sometimes
put a
with
cup on just to make. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna
shorts
talk about
over
it.
the singlet.
Listen,
That's a big
let
boy
the little
move.
bunch up. Let the little bunch up happen.
Yeah. Little punch up.
I get it.
But nah, when it's time, you can take off your shorts and you get,
I love that. That's funny. No.
So you always just been in the drawers? You never like switch it up?
I mean, I've had biker shorts, a little shorter, a little longer, but I was like, you know what? I have big quads. They look good on TV. The veins on the leg.
Respect.
Come on, right? So I guess that's kind of the thing.
It's a
Classic
little
look.
pausey now that I really kind of just broke down what you said, but it's cool. You got it. You know what I mean?
Classic look. Legs. I have nice squat legs. So do it.
Respect.
Have you ever thought about the superhero stuff? Like, how like the Hurricane, Blue Meanie, shit like that. PowerPunch.
I actually tag team with Hurricane and Rosie.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yep.
Rosie and Jamal.
Rosie and Hurricane.
You mean like big for two?
Yes, Hurricane.
Oh,
Rosie.
wow.
Rosie. Yes.
Wow.
The Rock's cousin.
Right.
I believe, yeah.
Right.
Roman Reigns' brother. Yeah,
Right.
I wrestled. The first ever big names I worked with.
Wow.
Hurricane and Rosie, and amazing people, both of them.
Yeah.
Love those
I heard
guys.
he's a nice guy. Very nice
both
guy.
of them, the best. Rest in peace,
Rest in
Rosie.
peace.
There's elements of superhero-ness to my character, but I'm not full-fledged superhero.
You didn't go full uniform yet?
Not yet.
You should.
I'm gonna save it for a moment.
PowerPunch.
Save it for a moment.
Save it for a moment.
But there's so much to do with the character, and I haven't even reached its potential yet.
You can always cameo One Punch Man outfit. That'll be fire.
That would be crazy. Yo, that could be like how like what's the name does a demon?
God.
You know how like what's his
Finn
name?
Balor?
Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor does the demon. You could just
Yep.
pop out
Alter
the
ego.
little.
Comes out with it once in a while.
Yo,
That's not a bad idea, you know.
listen,
Like
I
I do the whole energy drink belt thing, right?
That's
And then I
hard.
also do the drink vest.
I seen that.
So I just double
Is
it
that
up.
shit? Is that shit? Is it full or
Oh,
is
it's
you hollow
terrible.
them out?
It's terrible. They're all full.
Oh my
It's
god,
horrible.
you're
It's so
insane.
heavy. You know, they're falling out. You know, it's horrible. But it's good for the aesthetic. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Yeah.
What you ever had a situation? You ever like, botch a move? Like some fucks up, like really like.
Thank God, no.
Yeah.
Nothing
There's
crazy.
a lot of
I mean,
experience.
I've had some moments where like things don't go to plan,
Yeah.
but never, knock on wood, never
Yeah, nah.
had anybody injured.
Okay.
Thank God.
Not injured, but just you fell crazy.
Yeah, no,
you know
that
what I'm
happened.
saying?
Actually, I almost twisted my ankle a few weeks ago. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
sucked. But I really make sure that I keep myself safe, keep my opponent safe. That's the most important thing. Keep my opponent safe.
How important is like not even how important is it, but like what's the mindset if you twist your ankle, you got a little injury, something happens in the middle of a match? What's the mindset of keeping it going? Let's just say you won for a 15-minute match or a 20-minute match. In minute 3, you twist your ankle. You know what I'm saying? What's that mindset of pushing through, or do you you gonna holler at the ref on the floor? You gonna be like,
It depends.
I'm
If you
fucked
can't
up.
walk, it's an issue.
Mhm.
But if you're able to still walk, still able to do things, you still go.
Mhm.
You know, I always push forward. You know,
Because you know what? During wrestling, I think you twist your ankle so much that you kind of get used to it.
yes.
Mm.
Well, I agree. No,
Because
100%.
when I was doing football, I used to step on my ankle so much
you don't even know what's happening.
that it's a regular thing now.
Yep.
Like my ankle was used to it.
Shit.
And I'll go back out there and play through that pain. So I know since you've been in the ring for so long, you most likely he's going to play through that.
Yep. Yeah, and it comes down to just, giving the fans what they want to see and making sure you give them the best quality content,
Right.
product. But
Can't let the fans
take
down.
care of yourself though. You know what I mean in the ring.
Yeah.
You gotta be safe because you want to be able to wrestle the next day.
Right.
So
Comes down to.
we saw a little bit of a countdown of the top 28 blackest wrestling moves.
Okay, what were they?
I don't remember like all of them, but I can give
Axe
you.
kick was definitely one of them.
The axe kick was one of them. The in the corner splash. You know what I'm saying? When it comes from the corner. That was one of them. The number 1 move was the spine buster.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
So like, well, he was arguing with me. There was an argument before. Well, he was saying that
I was like, John Cena
That's
does the
not a-
spine buster. You know what I'm saying?
I
But maybe he
said-
has the black card, the Dr. Thugonomics.
I mean, with that being said, you know what I mean? He also did kind of come through and,
Yeah.
do his ones and twos. That's a scene I want to see back again. I want to see that nigga rapping.
Me too.
Again,
Rap-
talking.
you think
Oh
he's
my-
gonna?
The
You think
berating
he's gonna
women.
come Dr. Thugonomics tonight?
If he berates women again, that's going to be...
No, I don't think he's gonna go that far.
that's the scene I want.
Well,
The
you
one
never
that's
know,
over here just
actually.
talking mad shit.
One question, guys. What do you think the ring gear is gonna be tonight
Wow.
for the John Cena heel turn?
Trunks maybe the opposite. I heard
Oh,
that.
shit.
I would like to see like some black denim shorts, maybe like a vest like Stone Cold, some sunglasses,
It's the Rock then you calling it.
like a corporate John
Yeah.
Cena
I know.
There's so much you can do with that.
or something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to see a suited up John. I want to see like
I want to see that nigga come in
urban.
a football jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see him come in a
Oh.
FUBU jersey with some jean shorts,
Jersey.
about 2 sizes too big for him. And I want him to say everything but the word nigga.
I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
he definitely has to
You feel
all
me?
black it this time. I think somebody was like, "Oh, he can just wear his regular gear in all black." I'm like, no.
Yo, you
I
know
love
what
that.
you know what Cena should do when he's to say nigga, he should have. Well, you can't say it on WWE, but
He can
you know what
rap
I'm
and be
saying?
like,
rap and then you feel me? Go crazy, yeah. I'll fuck with it. I'll support that. I'll support
"Hey
that.
man, Vince McMahon can get away with it.
feel
Fuck,
me?
what are you gonna do?"
Oh my
You know what I'm
gosh.
saying?
What's up, my nigga?
Do you worry about like portraying too wild? Not even well. Your image is good, but like do you worry about like doing too much to that where like you might detract some promotions, like you know what I mean? Because sometimes promotions like WWE, like I'm not trying to down them or whatever, but they like the homegrown they superstars at this point in time. You know what I mean? When you come with a certain demand, you come with certain things already, a brand already built for yourself, a machine that already moves for you that isn't their machine. It's sometimes, as much as someone thinks at our not our level, but at your level, that it would be so good, and you just would automatically snap in. Some people, some big brands, they get detracted from that.
Great question. Yes and no. No, because if you get so big that they'll make money off you, they'll take you.
Of course, yeah.
But yes, they do want to homegrown their talent, which is why everything's situational. Everything's negotiable.
Yeah.
If they wanted me and we could discuss a different character, everything's open for discussion.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you change your name and all that or no?
Depend. I mean, everything's like I said, everything's negotiable. Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, if that's what they wanted and it made sense, yes. But I am very grateful and very. How do I word this? I'm blessed to be where I'm at now. I love what I've built.
Yeah.
So everything's negotiable in terms of that, like, character change, what they want to do, and, how that would work. But going in there as somebody who's done a lot of really big things and has a fan base, that helps out in a lot of ways as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you, I'm actually going to ask you or question. So would you rather Harlem Heat or the Wolfpack?
Wolfpack was legendary, brother. I would have to go with Wolfpack too.
Wolfpack? I'm going Harlem Heat. Damn, that's crazy. That's Booker T, bro.
This is talking about Macho Man. You talking about Scott and Kevin.
Well, I was talking more about just Scott and Kevin. My fault. I'm sorry.
Outsiders.
The Outsiders. I'm sorry.
The Outsiders are Harlem
See,
Heat.
once more, I'm not the expert. He's an expert. So, yes, let me rephrase that. Harlem Heat or the Outsiders?
Harlem Heat.
Oh, Harlem Heat? Okay.
Outsiders.
Outsiders still?
Scott Hall's one of my favorite wrestlers, bro.
Love Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon.
Oh, my gosh.
What was the other one I was going to ask you? Arenas or small hole in the walls?
Arenas. Love arenas. But, I'm sorry, I will never have an ego that thinks I'm too big to be in a smaller hall, right? Everything has its place. Like, I love arenas. Getting to be in, I wrestle in arenas a lot. It's a beautiful thing. It's amazing. It's the ambiance is just phenomenal. I was in France. That arena was insane. Just the crowd sang. There was an aura in the air that I could not ever put into words. Germany as well. Germany was wild. Beautiful arena. But wrestling in smaller places as well builds you. You know what I mean? And I believe no one is too big to do something, right? So everything has their place. I've had times where there was 1,000 fans in a small arena, a small little venue. You know what I mean? And I've had times where there was arenas where there were small amount of fans. You know what I mean? So it all just I've also been in Baltimore UMBC arena in Miami or the Miami College with Rockblade. I was in that arena, packed to the gills. Right. But everything has its place. You know what I mean? I've had some of the biggest matches in my career against the biggest names in smaller arenas. Right. So everything has its own place. Everything has
like that.
Yeah, everything has its own purpose.
What made you more nervous? What was the most you ever been nervous before a match?
Most nervous?
Yeah. As you seem like a guy gets a little nervous, anxious.
I mean, he's been doing it since he was 14.
Yeah, not in a while. I haven't got. I mean, nervous always. You're like, oh shit, we're going. But more so prepping and I would say me and Paul London. That was I was like, this is gonna be fun. Wow. I was like, okay. And I had my family there, my wife's friends there. I wanted to freaking kill it. And we went out there, and it was probably one of the best matches of my career.
And that's why I asked you the difference between arenas and the hole in the wall, because I see arenas, you get in the bunch, it's 10,000 motherfuckers, but it's 10,000 Joe Blows on the rodeos. Those smaller arenas,
you never really know.
You perform in Staten Island, you perform, close by somewhere, in the city. You got the family there. You got people that literally may have never seen you wrestle, but the people you're closest to be right there.
Spider-Man story, homegrown.
Yeah, is it more nerve-wracking performing in front of the people you don't know, or is it more nerve-wracking performing in front of the who's who? These motherfuckers.
It's more nervous to wrestle in front of people I don't know. Because I know, I mean, my wife's friends don't know wrestling. They don't know what's in it. But people like fans who know wrestling, you want to make sure you kill it for them. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, you never want to like phone it in, but what I'm saying is they wouldn't know the difference between a punch or a chop. You know, they wouldn't know. You know what I mean? So it's like I love doing both. You know, but I usually the nerves come in when there's like real fans there that they want to like see everything, and then you gotta like really just do everything for them.
You don't drink or smoke.
No.
How does that like work with like, you know, backstage? Because I know, like, you know, we know what it is with the wrestling lifestyle. You know, it's a big party lifestyle. You know what I mean? Everyone, and if it ain't big party, it's big drinking lifestyle at least. How does that kind of work with everybody?
I could have fun without drinking. You know, I have a lot of fun. I love dancing. I love music. I love whatever. That's how I do it. You know,
That's dope.
I'm usually a Disney driver. You know,
that's fine. I need you on my team, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, I never really had the need. You know,
yeah, that's good.
My bachelor party, that's different, right? Wedding, different. But other than that, I'm chilling.
That's good though, man. That's good. Even the fact that, you know, that's a +1 for, you know, companies that see, they're like, oh shit, like this motherfucker got control of himself. You know,
and you want to make sure, you know, you're a good example. I don't want fans seeing me drunk, maybe causing a fight or, you know, falling over. You don't want to see, you know, people. You want to like be an example, people to. I mean, at least I want to be an example for people to look up to me and have good influence on the younger generation.
You ever had anyone like try to start shit with you, like fuck out of here, wrestling fake?
Yeah.
Or like think you're really like a bitch because you wrestle or whatever. You know what I mean?
But they couldn't do a thing that I do.
How did you respond to those situations?
I laugh at it because I know for a fact they could not last 5 minutes in the ring.
You ain't never put no one in a crossface chicken wing talking crazy?
No.
I show you real bitch.
I would like to, but I've never had to put somebody in a crossface. Thankfully, in real life,
like Hulk Hogan did that guy.
What's your favorite submission?
Crossface.
Pause. Okay. Crippler crossface or?
With Andy Drink.
Okay.
Kidding me?
Oh yeah, that's hard. What's called? So what's more of a better finish for you?
Well, the PowerPunch is the finisher.
No. I'm talking about what would be for you specific? Like you know. Like you know how John Cena brought out the STF, you know what I'm saying, and The Rock started hitting the sharpshooter and like, you know, things like that. I know you got your crossface, but like, you know, getting those wins, you know, because you know those wins were like dope. You know, those were like, oh shit, like he finished the match with a you know what I mean, with the STFU or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you like getting those random wins like that?
Yes, my finisher is the PowerPunch. Drink PowerPunch. That's the finish. But you know, occasionally the crossface wins it. Occasionally a cool roll up. I do a reverse wheelbarrow pin. You'll see it on my Instagram. That always goes crazy viral, or people fucking go bananas over that. I save that pin. I save that for like big moments, you know. But yeah, no, I love getting those out of nowhere things. Fans go crazy. They have no idea it's coming.
You ever had anyone steal your moveset or your little setups?
Yes.
I heard like O told me that you gotta kind of like keep certain shit under wraps. You can't practice in front of you can't practice everything in front of the boys. Yeah,
like I've wrestled the show, and the guy after me had an energy drink in his hand, his entrance.
Wow.
Like oh no, Vinny, it's really beer. But how would the fans know that? It's an energy drink can.
Yeah, fuck out of here, bro.
Like, what are you gonna do?
But, boo that guy.
Nah, he's a good dude.
You what's your do you ever try to do a heel turn? How was your heel turn if you ever did that? Because you don't seem.
I don't mean to brag. I am a very good heel.
Can we get like can we just go heel right now? Let's just go heel.
The vibes are too good. The vibes are just too good here right now.
Fuck. I love it.
The vibes are too good for you.
B-rate the studio. Talk shit, nigga. Nah.
What can I say? This place is amazing. You know what I mean? Then I can really say.
Yeah, nigga. Yo. So I know, like I said, you know, you a busy man. You got hella shit going on. Before we get up out of here, do you think you can plug some of the dope shit you got coming up?
Yes. Frequency of Miracles. Coming out on Amazon and Gaia very soon. Amazing movie. Very blessed to be a part of it. Amazing cast. Wrestling everywhere. There's a lot in the works. I'm going back to Europe probably this year for a tour. There's wrestling horror series that I'm working on. It's looking really good. We're in talks of distribution.
Nice.
You know, just a few tweaks, wrapping up, and that's it. You know, I put my wife in it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I got her a part of that.
It's
That was
hard.
like a
You ain't
Mary
a real
Jane,
one unless you want to put your people on.
Mary Jane story. You
Power
know,
couple.
you know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah.
So we're making that. It's a beautiful thing that we're doing.
Nice.
Very blessed. You know, other movies. There's other things in the works. There's tons of huge podcasts in the works. You know, and just follow me on Vinny Pacifico on Instagram, Vinny Pacifico 1 on Twitter, and Vinny Pacifico on Facebook. You know, constantly just posting behind the scenes stuff, constantly posting nonstop. You know, love that I get to come here today and just talk to you guys. And just
Appreciate you
just,
coming.
Yo, it was amazing. You know, it's these everything you do. This is another thing, Vinnyism. Everything you do has value. Every single interview, everything you say, everything you consume has value. And there's nothing that doesn't matter. So for the longest time I had a mindset, oh, this doesn't matter. Why am I gonna do this? No, everything you do matters. Everything you do matters. You know, even waking up in the morning and doing the dishes for my wife so she doesn't have to do them. Everything matters. That goes a long way. Everything you do, every single thing you do goes a long way. And everything you do, if you have the mindset of, okay, doing this will lead to this. Success is a sum of small things. I don't mean to ramble, but
You good?
you know, that is the big thing for me is no matter what, don't forget where you came from and just do it all.
That's amazing,
I
bro.
got 2 questions for him.
Okay.
Just 2.
Yeah, before we get up out of here, I got you.
Do you mind discussing how it was in Japan?
It was like wrestling in heaven.
Okay.
It was amazing. Japan wrestling is like the dream, and I want to go back again. I want to go back.
Okay.
You know, I loved it so much.
They probably loved you. I know they probably loved your energy.
You have no get the drink. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the next one is, you mentioned a lot of different countries that you toured in, travel expenses. Like,
It's covered.
it's covered.
Yes, not my wife's, but I mean,
But like hotels,
yes,
planes, stuff like that.
hotels, sometimes food.
Nice.
But you know, very luckily, last trip they covered my wife for a few things. It was
Wow.
very, very nice. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But
Very
I also
nice.
don't mind. I don't mind losing the money because it's experience. Like I don't mind. Hey babe, here's your flight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's I'm gone for a month. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You don't want to be. You want to be
exactly.
right.
And it's also beautiful to experience these things with your woman.
wife, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Like we go to the cathedrals, we go to these beautiful places. Like we're wrestling on the weekends, the Friday, Saturday, then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what I mean?
To see nice
Exactly.
things.
France, Germany, Puerto Rico,
Very nice.
beautiful,
Very
beautiful. Netherlands is wild.
Wow.
There's like no laws there. It's insane.
Yeah.
Germany, freaking awesome. Food is incredible. France, impeccable. I want to go back so bad. Hungary's great.
Ever been to Liverpool?
Yes, I love that to death.
How was that? All right.
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
Finland, underrated as heck.
Yeah.
If you have a chance to go to Finland, I would just do it. The beauty of it.
Shit, heck.
Nice.
Yeah.
You ain't cuss yet? You ain't cuss today? You ain't cuss this whole time? Damn, did I miss something?
Yeah, you were doing.
I was cussing like a motherfucker. That's what
He
we
was
do
very.
over
He was
here.
very good.
I know, that's what we do over here. Say fuck for it. Nah, I'm just joking. But actually, you know what? What is something? I'll ask you one last thing. What is something you would give to the young bull watching this? You know what I'm saying? Sees himself in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and wants to better himself.
Okay, this is a good question. I love that.
Ended on a Jerry final thought.
Life is hard. You know, things are hard. Nothing's gonna be easy. You know, I've had moments where I was so depressed and just so like in my head about things and like when's gonna break through, when's this, when's that. But if you just do everything possible to get better, to succeed, to grow, and to get to where you want to get, it comes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, prayer, pressure, pushing hard, all that, just everything. Just you have to know what you want and create steps to get there, and that's how I believe what worked for me. You know what I mean? I've had moments where I was so depressed, like, oh my gosh, when's this, and it just now I'm in a place where I'm farther than I thought I would be. Like if I got signed 2 years ago or like WWE or whatever, I would not be doing things I'm doing now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like my path is just so different, but it's a beautiful path. And I'm very blessed to be on it because now I'm doing movies, and now there's more talks for movies,
Right.
and movies build value, and movies are just awesome to do.
Yeah.
And if I could do it all, why not? You know, as a wrestler, you could do it all. You're not just a wrestler. You are a brand. You are an entertainer. You could do it all.
Right.
You know, I'm going to be talking on men's mental health things soon.
That's nice.
TV show, men speaking. So there's just so much to do as a wrestler, so much to give. And I think, you know, don't count the small out. The small things matter so much. Small opportunities build so much. So don't let the small things like do them, right? Do the small shows, you know, but be smart.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
And believe in
That's
yourself.
nice.
Love yourself and believe in yourself. Don't let anybody walk up. Don't let over you.
That's wonderful.
Very
Man.
nice.
I fuck with it, man.
Very nice, positive person, man. You know, keep that up, bro. Power positivity.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you.
Power punch positivity.
Definitely a good power punch positivity.
Power punch positivity.
Definitely good heart, man.
Thank you.
It was a
Punches.
pleasure.
God bless, guys. Thank you so
Punching
much.
pussies in their pussies if you fucking talk shit,
Pushing
bitch.
P with the power punch.
Yeah, pushing P with the power punch.
Positivity and
Hold on, let me cut
Yeah.
my promo real quick. Hold on, let me cut my
Let's hear it.
promo real quick. Hey, yo, you already know what it is. It's BT to God. You know what I mean? And if you ain't with the squad, you not, I don't know, I lost.
if
it.
you're not
I
with
ain't
the
know.
squad, then I got two. No.
Hold on. If you're not with the squad, then you're not going hard. And we would Power Punch P, Vinny, always pushing that thing, always getting to the bread, always getting to that motherfucking shit. And
No,
guess
baby.
what? Guess what? We out of here. Kenny, bring us out. Like, comment, subscribe. If you love us, we love you too. And if you don't, eat a bag of baby dicks.
Yeah.